is spinning in a frantic little dance, leaving my direction to the mercy of a chance. North is just a memory, south is just a lie, underneath the hollow of a starless indigo sky. I got the brass casing in the cracked glass face, a relic of a journey that I never can erase. The magnets have surrendered to the iron in the ground, searching for a silence that is never quite found. No true orientation, no steady point of light, just wandering the canyons in the middle of the night. It's a broken compass in a trembling hand, mapping out the borders of an undiscovered land. The path is gone and the landmarks are all wrong, but we're still moving to the rhythm of a lonely song. I followed every map that the experts ever drew, only to find out that none of them were true. I'll throw away the chart and I'll throw away the scale, and let the wind determine where I'm gonna set the sail. The magnetism's faded like an old forgotten flame. Everything looks different, but the shadows stay the same. I'm trusting in the intuition buried in the bone, finding that I'm better off just walking all alone. Lost is just a word for a soul that's finally free to drift upon the surface of an uncharted sea. It's a broken compass in a trembling hand, mapping out the borders of an undiscovered land. The path is gone and the landmarks are all wrong, but we're still moving to the rhythm of a lonely song. Around, the lost is found. It's a broken compass in a trembling hand, mapping out the borders of an undiscovered land. The path is gone and the landmarks are all wrong, but we're still moving to the rhythm of a lonely song. Which way is home? No need to roam. Broken compass. in a violet vine, tangled in the rafters of this mind of mine. The lavender shadows are beginning to creep across the threshold of a troubled sleep. I'm breathing in the haze of a spent regret, a velvet curtain that I haven't pulled yet. The neon sign is flickering a bruised up glow to the rhythm of a river that is moving slow. Nothing is solid, nothing is quite real, when the amethyst clouds are the only thing you feel. Oh, purple smoke rising from the floor, I don't wanna see the world anymore. Hide the sharp corners and the jagged-edged truth in the swirling vapor of our wasted youth. I've got a cigar and a box of old blues and a dusty pair of worn-out traveling shoes. The air is getting thick and the light is getting low. I'm ready for the embers and the afterglow. The edges of the room are starting to blur, like the soft vibration of a kitten's purr. I'll find a melody in the middle of the mist, a ghostly secret that was never kissed, dissolving the borders between the day and night, turning the darkness into ultraviolet light. Oh, purple smoke rising from the floor, I don't wanna see the world anymore. Hide the sharp corners and the jagged-edged truth in the swirling vapor of our wasted youth. It's a chemical dance, it's a spiritual flight through the hazy corridors of a dream-filled night. Don't look for the exit, don't look for the sun. The journey of the smoke has only just begun. Slowly rising, so disguising. Rising from the floor, I don't wanna see the world anymore. Hide the sharp corners and the jagged-edged truth in the swirling vapor of our wasted youth. Vanish away into the haze. Purple smoke, end of the maze. is straight and true, but the destination is completely out of view. Parallel to everything I used to know, watching the seasons and the garden grow. I'm a constant motion in a single plane, ignoring the pleasure and ignoring the pain. Velocity is steady and the path is clear, leaving the wreckage of the yesteryear. No turning back to the left or the right, chasing the horizon through the neon light. In a linear drift, sliding through the day, watching the colors as they turn to gray. A constant vibration in the middle of the road, carrying a heavy and a hidden load. The geometry of life is a cruel design when you're stuck on the border of a finish line. I've been a circle and I've been a square, now I'm just an arrow in the chilly air. The perspective is narrow but the focus is sharp. Listen to the tension on the electric harp. Don't look at the houses or the passing trees, just follow the scent of the salty seas. Momentum is a ghost that will never sleep. Promises are easier for a drifter to keep. In a linear drift, sliding through the day, watching the colors as they turn to gray. A constant vibration in the middle of the road, carrying a heavy and a hidden load. Is there an ending to this long-distance track? Or are we just echoes that are never coming back? The mathematics of the soul are quite complex, wondering exactly what is coming up next. Keep moving, keep straight. Don't hesitate. In a linear drift, sliding through the day, watching the colors as they turn to gray. A constant vibration in the middle of the road, carrying a heavy and a hidden load. Drifting on until the dawn is gone. Linear flow. steel and transparency rising through the air, leaving the gravity of every little care. The city is shrinking like a toy on the floor as we climb toward the ceiling of a million-story door. I'm looking through the walls at the world down below, watching the ants and the traffic light glow. It's a vertical journey in a crystalline box, breaking the chains and the heavy-duty locks. Going up, going higher than the eagles can fly, touching the belly of the electric blue sky. In a glass elevator, suspended in the light, ascending the tower in the middle of the night. Smooth as a whisper and fast as a dream, a silver reflection in a vertical stream. The lobby is a memory, the street is a ghost. I'm heading for the summit where I'm needed the most. No stops in the middle, no buttons to press, escaping the pressure and the modern day stress. The clouds are rushing past like a high-speed train, washing the windows of the sorrow and the rain. I can see the curvature of the earth's lonely face from the silent comfort of this elevated space. Don't look down, just look at the view. Everything's changing and everything's new. In a glass elevator, suspended in the light, ascending the tower in the middle of the night. Smooth as a whisper and fast as a dream, a silver reflection in a vertical stream. Of a mechanical will, going up to the top. In a glass elevator, suspended in the light, ascending the tower in the middle of the night. Smooth as a whisper and fast as a dream, a silver reflection in a vertical stream. Higher and higher, leaving the fire. Glass elevator. The gate hasn't been opened for a decade or more. The ivy is climbing up the handle and the door. It's stuck in a position of welcome and away, in the middle of the garden where the shadows like to play. I've got a jar of oil and a heavy iron key, trying to unlock the part of you that's still in me. But the metal is stubborn and the hinges are tight, fighting against the pressure and the fading of the light. A little bit of friction, a little bit of grit, a heart that's grown weary of the fire and the pit. It's a rusty latch on a forgotten garden gate, guarding all the secrets that we left to navigate. Give it one more pull, give it one more try, underneath the ceiling of the heavy violet sky. The corrosion is a witness to the salt in the air, the residue of silence and the ghost of a prayer. I can hear the metal groaning as I lean against the wood, wishing I could change the things I never understood. Let the weather do its work on the copper and the tin. Let the wilder flowers find a way to grow within. We don't need to force it, we don't need to break the lock. Just listen to the turning of the ancient inner clock. The red dust of time is a beautiful stain, a story written clearly by the wind and by the rain. It's a rusty latch on a forgotten garden gate, guarding all the secrets that we left to navigate. Give it one more pull, give it one more try, underneath the ceiling of the heavy violet sky. Just a barrier, a boundary of rust, turning every promise into particles of dust. Creak and groan, all on its own. Stay closed, the truth is is exposed, rusty latch. Lying in the moss, where the dampness starts to seep, secrets in the timber that the forest used to keep.
The sinner has been eaten by the insects and the time.
A weathered sanctuary in the middle of the prime.
I'm a fallen giant with a belly full of air, echoing the whispers of a long forgotten prayer.
The bark is thick and rugged, but the heart is gone away. Just a shell of timber in the cooling of the day,
resonating loudly
with the thunder and the rain.
A wooden resonator for the pleasure and the pain. It's a hollow log,
for the wind,
where the ending of the story
is about to begin.
Nothing on the inside
but the shadows and the ghost
in the quiet places
where we needed the most.
I've used it as a bridge across a muddy little stream, walking on the fragments of a prehistoric dream.
It's stronger than it looks and it's older than it seems,
held together only by the sunlight and the beams.
The squirrels and the foxes have a kingdom in the dark, sheltered from the furnace of a summer-scented spark. I'll sit upon the surface and I'll listen to the ground, tracing all the ripples of a subterranean sound.
Empty, but it's heavy with the wisdom of the earth,
a cavern of a spirit for a monumental birth.
It's a hollow log,
a drum for the wind,
where the ending of the story is about to begin.
Nothing on the inside
but the shadows and the ghosts
in the quiet places
where we needed the most.
When you knock upon the side, a place for all the memories and the honesty to hide. It doesn't need a blossom and it doesn't need a leaf to be the perfect vessel for a temporary grief. Thump, thump, over the hump.
It's a hollow log,
where the dampness starts to seep. Secrets in the timber that the forest used to keep.
The sinner has been eaten by the insects and the thyme,
a weathered sanctuary in the middle of the prime.
I'm a fallen giant with a belly full of air,
echoing the whispers
of a long forgotten prayer. The bark is thick and rugged,
but the heart is gone away.
just a shell of timber
In the cooling of the day, resonating loudly with the thunder and the rain. A wooden resonator for the pleasure and the pain. It's a hollow love, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin.
Nothing on the inside
but the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we're needed the most.
I've used it as a bridge across a muddy little stream, walking on the fragments of a prehistoric dream. It's stronger than it looks and it's older than it seems,
Held together only by the sunlight and the beams.
the squirrels and the
Foxes have a kingdom in the dark, sheltered from the furnace of a summer-scented spark. I'll sit upon the surface and I'll listen to the ground, tracing all the ripples of a subterranean sound. Empty, but it's heavy with the wisdom of the earth, a cavern of a spirit for a monumental birth. It's a hollow love, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin.
nothing on the inside
But the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we're needed the most. You can hear the echo when you knock upon the side, a place for all the memories and the honesty to hide. It doesn't need a blossom and it doesn't need a leaf to be the perfect vessel for a temporary grief. Thump, thump over the hump. It's a hollow log, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin.
nothing on the inside
But the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we're needed the most. Wooden drum, listen to it hum.
hollow log.
feet, just the jagged little stones of a legendary street. Every step is a crunch, every mile is a test, in a landscape that is never really allowed to rest.
I got the white dust on the fenders of my truck, leaving all the city's slicker, vanity and luck.
Heading for the hollows where the creek begins to rise,
with the grit of the journey
in the corners of my eyes.
It's an unpolished path, it's a rugged kind of way,
underneath the ceiling of a hot and hazy day, on a gravel road where the rubber meets the grit. Every single stone has a story in it. No lines in the middle, no signs on the side, just the honesty of nature and a long distance ride.
I recall the way the wagon wheels used to make a sound before the heavy machinery
began to pound the ground.
There's a vibration in the pebbles that connects you to the past,
the only kind of foundation that was ever meant to last.
The weeds are growing tall in the center of the track,
looking at the mirror but never turning back.
I'll find a little shade beneath the sycamore tree and let the dusty miles set a heavy spirit free.
The suspension is shaking
and the spirit is strong,
moving to the tempo of a prehistoric song, on a gravel road where the rubber meets the grit.
Every single stone has a story in it.
No lines in the middle,
no signs on the side,
just the honesty of nature and a long distance ride.
You can't rush the view. The gravel has a way of slowing down me and you.
Accept the bumps and the bruises and the dust in the throat, riding out the journey on a rough-edged note. Crunch, grind, leave it behind, on a gravel road where the rubber meets the grit. Every single stone has a story in it. No lines in the middle, no signs
Clouds are draped like fabric overhead. Across the valley where the light is spread, a textile woven by the cooling breeze, above the silhouettes of willow trees. I'm drifting through this lavender expanse, giving my weary heart a second chance. The atmosphere is soft against my face, a giant canvas in the depths of space. No jagged seams or rough-edged lines today, just a seamless vault where the planets play. Oh, underneath the satin sky so wide, there's nowhere left for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching the edges of me and you. I've seen the thunder and the lightning strike, the kind of fury that a man might like. But now I crave the smoothness of the sheen, a quiet beauty that is felt and seen. The stars and needles piercing through the cloth, attracting spirits like a silver moth. The texture of the night is cool and deep, watching the city as it falls to sleep. Wrap the horizon in a silk embrace, wiping the worry from every human face. Oh, underneath the satin sky so wide, there's nowhere left for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching the edges of me and you. It doesn't matter if the sun goes down or if the shadows overtake the town. This canopy of light will never fray, keeping the heavy-hearted ghosts at bay. Silk and air, peace everywhere. Underneath the satin sky so wide, there's nowhere left for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching
folded neatly in a dusty drawer, the kind of souvenir you don't want anymore. Creased and crinkled by the weight of time, searching for a reason in a nursery rhyme.
One little spark could turn it all to ash in the sudden light of a lightning flash. I'm made of fiber and a thin white ink, standing on a ledge where the spirits sink. Don't squeeze too tight or the edges might tear, floating away on a breath of chilly air. It's just a paper heart, fragile and thin, keeping the cold from the hollow within. Handle with care if you want it to last, a brittle reminder of a beautiful past. I got the calligraphy of every scar, written by the movement of a falling star.
Water would dissolve the words I bled, leaving only blank white sheets instead.
The wind is blowing through the open gate,
tempting the fingers of an unkind fate.
but paper can be stronger than the steel,
if you believe in the way that it can feel. Ink is the blood of a writer's lonely soul, trying to make the fragmented story whole. It's just a paper heart, fragile and thin, keeping the cold from the hollow within. Handle with care if you want it to last, a brittle reminder of a beautiful past. Uneven and odd, thin and white, afraid of the light. It's just a paper heart, fragile and thin, keeping the cold from the hollow within. Handle with care if you want it to last, a brittle of a beautiful past. Paper heart
drifting down
in the quiet town,
fragile thing.
The dew is hanging heavy on the spider's silver lace. The sun is just a ghost with a pale and hidden face. I'm walking through the vapors of a dream that wouldn't end, looking for the silhouette of a long-lost friend.
The hills are wrapped in cotton, the valley's in a shroud. I'm standing in the center of a low-lying cloud.
The dampness is a comfort, a chill upon the skin,
before the noisy business
of the daylight can begin.
Everything is muffled,
every color is a blur,
like the soft vibration
of a secret being whispered to her in the misty morning, where the edges disappear. Nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. A beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere.
I've spent my life in neon, I've spent my life in glare, but I prefer the mystery
of the moisture in the air. It's a natural protection from the harshness of the view. Everything is ancient and everything is new.
The trees are tall cathedrals in the middle of the haze,
lost inside the rhythm of these slow and quiet days. I'll brew a pot of herbal tea and sit upon the stone, feeling quite connected while I'm standing all alone.
the barometer is falling as the temperature descends
in this liquid garden where the horizon starts and ends. In the misty morning, where the edges disappear, nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. A beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere.
Wait for the evaporation,
Of the heavy-hearted gray,
but don't be in a hurry.
to chase the fog away.
The clarity is overrated,
The sharpness is a lie. Better just to wander underneath the milky sky.
soft,
White, gentle light in the misty morning,
where the edges disappear.
nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. A beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. Misty morning, no warning, fading away. sky is turning charcoal, and the air is getting thick. The lightning is a jagged and a terrifying trick.
I'm sitting on the swing
with a glass of lemonade, watching how the colors of the afternoon fade.
The dust is kicking up, and the screen door starts to bang to the rhythm of the blues
that the lonely elders sang.
I grab my old Gibson and I tune it to the wind, letting all the chaos
of the atmosphere begin. The barometer is shaking and the roof is starting to moan. The loudest kind of silence that I've ever really known. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone, while we watch the weather from our wooden weathered throne.
The first drop hits the railing with a heavy silver thud, turning all the dry earth into a riverbed of mud.
I'm playing for the clouds and I'm playing for the gale, a melody of thunder that will never ever fail. The hanging plants are dancing in a frantic wild display, losing all the heat of a long and humid day. I'll wrap myself in flannel and I'll listen to the roar, safe behind the threshold of the sturdy oaken door. Electric in the fingers, electric in the sky, watching all the heavy-headed tempers passing by. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone, while we watch the weather from our wooden weathered throne.
That's better than our own, a composition written
on a monumental stone.
Don't run for the cellar,
Don't run for the cellar,
don't run for the light,
don't run for the light
just witness all the glory
of the chaotic night.
Boom, crack,
No turning back. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone, while we watch the is cold and the logs have turned to ash. A ghostly glow from a long forgotten flash.
I'm blowing on the grave
with a desperate kind of breath, looking for a pulse in the middle of this death.
One tiny orange eye is staring from the soot, tangled in the shadows at the chimney's soot-black foot. It's a stubborn little survivor of the massive roaring blaze,
a flicker of the passion from our incandescent days, feeding it with whispers in the dry leaves of the fall, trying to paint a light upon the darkening bedroom wall. It's a cinder spark
dancing on the edge,
a glowing little promise,
a microscopic pledge.
not enough to burn the house, but enough to see the way to the early morning borders of a resurrecting day.
I've seen the forest fire
And the furnace of the mill,
but the power of the small thing
is a greater kind of thrill.
it doesn't need a mountain
It doesn't need a pile
to carry all the essence.
of a holy ancient fire.
The winter's at the window,
And the frost is on the glass, watching all the heavy-hearted icy moments pass.
I'll shield it with my palm
From the draft beneath the door, until the warmth is spreading across the wooden floor.
the smallest bit of courage
Is the brightest thing of all,
standing in the wreckage
where the giant timbers fall. It's a cinder spark
dancing on the edge,
a glowing little promise,
a microscopic pledge.
not enough to burn the house, but enough to see the way to the early morning borders of a resurrecting day. Go to sleep.
It's the only bit of magic.
That we're allowed to keep.
Nurture the vibrations,
Celebrate the tidy glow in the secret places where the embers like to grow. Glow, fade, the choice we made. It's a cinder spark dancing on the edge,
a glowing little promise,
a microscopic pledge. No, not enough to burn a house, but enough to see the way to the early morning borders pavement for the weary, no asphalt for the feet, just the jagged little stones of a legendary street. Every step is a crunch, every mile is a test, in a landscape that is never really allowed to rest.
I got the white dust on the fenders of my truck, leaving all the city slick of vanity and luck.
Heading for the hollows where the creek begins to rise, with the grit of the journey in the corners of my eyes. It's an unpolished path, it's a rugged kind of way, underneath the ceiling of a hot and hazy day. On a gravel road where the rubber meets the grit, every single stone has a story in it.
No lines in the middle,
No signs on the side, just the honesty of nature and a long distance ride.
I recall the way the wagon wheels used to make a sound before the heavy machinery began to pound the ground. There's a vibration in the pebbles that connects you to the past, the only kind of foundation that was ever meant to last.
The weeds are growing tall in the center of the track, looking at the mirror but never turning back. I'll find a little shade beneath the sycamore tree and let the dusty miles set a heavy spirit free. The suspension is shaking and the spirit is strong, moving to the tempo of a prehistoric song. On a gravel road where the rubber meets the grit, every single stone has a story in it.
No
lines in the middle, no signs on the side, just the honesty of nature and a long distance ride. Can't rush the view. The gravel has a way of slowing down me and you. Accept the bumps and the bruises and the dust in the throat, riding out the journey on a rough edge note. Crunch, grind,
leave it behind.
On a gravel road where the rubber meets the grit, every single stone has a story in it. No lines in the middle, no signs on the side, just the honesty of nature and a long distance ride. Keep on rolling, the stones are calling. Gravel road. forgotten country lane, burnished by the sunshine and polished by the rain. A lucky little token with a profile of a king, the only bit of fortune that the morning had to bring.
It's worth a lot of nothing in the markets of the rich, but it's enough to keep a man from falling in the ditch.
I'll flip it in the air just to see which way it lands, a piece of dusty copper in my calloused, trembling hands.
Small change for a big world that's moving way too fast,
A metallic reminder
of a value built to last.
just a copper penny shining in the mud, tainted by the sweat and the spirit and the blood.
It won't buy a kingdom
Or a mansion on the hill,
but it's a tiny miracle
that's worth $1 still.
I carried it in my pocket through the winters and the frost, the only thing I managed to keep when I was lost.
It's turned a little green at the edges of the rim, like a fading memory that's growing dark and dim.
I'll
Trade it for a wish at the bottom of the well, a secret that the water is never gonna tell. Or I'll keep it as a treasure in a velvet-lined box, stronger than the iron and the heavy-duty locks.
1 cent for your thoughts in the middle of the night,
Before the early arrival
of the horizontal light.
just a copper penny shining in the mud, tainted by the sweat and the spirit and the blood.
It won't buy a kingdom
Or a mansion on the hill,
but it's a
tiny miracle that's worth $1 still.
keep your diamonds and your bars of solid gold. I'll take the humble stories that the copper has to hold.
It's been through 1,000 pockets and 1,000,000 different hands, a traveler of the alleys and the wide open lands. Heads up, tails down, the luck of the town.
Just a copper penny
shining in the mud, tainted by the sweat and the spirit and the blood.
It won't buy a kingdom
Or a mansion on the hill,
but it's a tiny miracle
that's worth $1 still.
Keep it
In your shoe,
lucky
through and through,
copper
penny.
dew is hanging heavy on the spider's silver lace. The sun is just a ghost with a pale and hidden face. I'm walking through the vapors of a dream that wouldn't end, looking for the silhouette of a long-lost friend. The hills are wrapped in cotton, the valley's in a shroud. I'm standing in the center of a low-lying cloud. The dampness is a comfort, a chill upon the skin, before the noisy business of the daylight can begin. Everything is muffled, every color is a blur, like the soft vibration of a secret being whispered to her in the misty morning, where the edges disappear. Nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. Beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. I've spent my life in neon, I've spent my life in glare, but I prefer the mystery of the moisture in the air. It's a natural protection from the harshness of the view. Everything is ancient and everything is new. The trees are tall cathedrals in the middle of the haze, lost inside the rhythm of these slow and quiet days. I'll brew a pot of herbal tea and sit upon the stone, feeling quite connected while I'm standing all alone. The barometer is falling as the temperature descends in this liquid garden where the horizon starts and ends. In the misty morning, where the edges disappear, nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. A beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. Wait for the evaporation of the heavy-hearted gray, but don't be in a hurry to chase the fog away. The clarity is overrated, the sharpness is a lie. Better just to wander underneath the milky sky. Soft white, gentle light in the misty morning, where the edges disappear. Nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. Beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. Misty morning.
far below the surface of the optimistic bay. There's a sharp taste in juice, and the fiber and the vein, sucking up the essence of the sorrow and the rain.
I dug into the garden just to see what I could find, and not a dark intention
In the cellar of the mind, it's a stubborn kind of plant that refuses to be killed, growing in the places where the liquid has been spilled. The flower might be pretty, but the source is very deep, waking up the demons that were meant to stay asleep. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime and a prehistoric toil.
I've tried to pull it out with a shovel and a chain, but it's anchored to the bedrock
In the center of the brain, you have to learn to live with the flavor of the bile if you want to walk the distance of the extra little mile.
There's a tonic in the poison
If you measure it just right,
to help you find the courage
in the middle of the fight.
It's the medicine of honesty,
The therapy of grit, a slow burning fire in the center of the pit. Everything that's beautiful has a dark and dirty start, deep inside the chambers of a monumental heart. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime and a prehistoric toil. The things that are hidden underneath the kitchen floor. It's the foundation of the spirit, it's the anchor of the soul, the only part of nature that is truly in control. Tangled deep secrets we keep. It's a bitter root gripping on stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime and a prehistoric toil. Bitter taste, don't let it go to waste. Root it down. is shredded and the ropes are all frayed by the heavy-duty games that the ocean has played. I'm standing at the mast with a needle and a thread, thinking of the voyage and the distance ahead.
I've weathered the gale and I've survived the typhoon, underneath the gaze of a blood-colored moon.
My ship is a wreck, but the spirit is sound, even if the destination is never to be found. Patch the holes with courage and the fabric of the heart, ready for the moment when the journey has to start. It's a tattered sail, catching all the wind, where the ending of the struggle is about to begin. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be new, to carry the weight of a dreamer or two.
I've seen the grand vessels with the silk and the gold sinking to the bottom where the water is cold.
But the humble little schooner with the scars on the side is the only one capable of turning the tide.
The wind doesn't care if the cloth is so clean,
It only wants the power that is felt and unseen. I'll hoist up the remnants of the blue and the gray and find my orientation in the middle of the spray. The horizon is calling with a voice like a bell, a story of survival that we're finally gonna tell. It's a tattered sail, catching all the wind, where the ending of the struggle is about to begin. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be new, carry the weight of a dreamer or two.
And the waves start to rise.
We've got the reflection of the sun in our eyes.
We're not going down,
we're not giving in. Let the final chapter of the voyage begin. Flapping loud above the cloud. It's a tattered sail, catching all the wind, where the ending of the struggle is about to begin. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be new, to carry the weight of a dreamer or to sail on through the night into the morning light. Tattered sail.